Joining me now is Brooke Goldstein, human rights attorney and president of the Lawfare Project. Brooke, it's good to have you. To the critics who claim this is a free speech issue, you say?
Well, first of all, Judge, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here with you tonight. Obviously, the free speech argument is a ruse. People like Mahmoud Khalil are being arrested and hopefully deported because of their conduct and the fact that he is some sort of spokesperson for these pro-Hamas terror encampments doesn't immunize him from his conduct. Now, the government is alleging that he was one of the organizers of pro-terror violent encampments that engaged in mass trespass, mass civil rights violations. There were assaults, violent assaults, property destruction. This is all conduct. It is not free speech. And what President Trump and Secretary Rubio are doing is enforcing American law. And it is the obviously necessary and right thing to do. And we have to ask ourselves, how did we get here in the first place to the point where we have hundreds, if not thousands, of pro-terror violent agitators being imported into our country en masse? This is not an isolated incident. This is happening on a large scale, and it's allegedly being organized and funded by Iran and apparently being coordinated with the Hamas, which is a foreign designated terrorist organization.
Yeah. And, you know, the truth is, Brooke, that an American student doesn't have free speech protecting that student when the student decides to vandalize a hall or to harass or intimidate other students. So someone who's here on a student visa has even fewer rights. And under the Alien Enemies Act, I mean, all that you've got, are situations where, their rights are not what we want to give American citizens. And so, as Secretary of State Rubio makes so clear, this is something where we can pull your visa. We brought you here to study. We didn't bring you here to create all of this crisis on campus. But as all of this is going on, Yale University is offering guidance to the students, advising them to contact Yale police if they're approached by federal, state, or local agents, and ask Yale police to accompany agents when entering their residence. And Brooke, Yale also says they won't work with ICE. I don't remember them telling Jewish students who couldn't get into class, we will tell you what your rights are. It's now only for these Hamas sympathizers.
Correct. It's appalling that they're offering legal services to the students who violated the civil rights of other students. Where were they offering legal services and support to the Jewish students who were being harassed and were having their civil rights violated? Groups like the Students for Justice in Palestine, which are Muslim Brotherhood affiliated groups, admit in their own toolkit that their goal is to globalize Hamas's intifada. They are operating as though they are the propaganda arm of the Hamas terrorist movement. And people like me and people in the counterterrorism community that I represent have been warning about the infiltration of radical Islamism, of the globalization of the Hamas intifada into our country for the last 15 years. And we've been marginalized and slandered, and some of us sued by the very Muslim Brotherhood front organizations like the Council of American Islamic Relations, who are providing legal support to these pro-terror individuals who are now going to be deported.
Well, I think it's all going to change soon. Brooke, thanks so much for being with us this evening.